powered by HCC.
The following presentation on Mason Web TV powered by HCC is being brought to you by Hood Canal Communications, committed to providing quality services that exceed customer expectations in voice, video, data, and customer service, keeping our community connected since 1934. Mason County Public Health and Human Services Prevention Education Partners Substance Abuse Prevention Coalition. Mason PUD 3, connecting our community with safe, reliable, economical, and sustainable services 24/7. The Conklin team at Windermere Real Estate. When it comes to real estate, nothing compares to local knowledge. Mason County Public Utility District Number 1, Washington State's first public utility district, proudly serving the Hood Canal in Mason County since 1935. The Port of Shelton, promoting possibilities and providing economic benefit to our community. And Mason Health, united community, empowered people, exceptional health.
Well, good evening. That was quite abrupt. It's been an abrupt kind of day, I guess. Welcome to Terry Craig Court in the Shelton High School Mini Dome. Tonight, Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, continues coverage of the 2025-2026 high school basketball season with a non-conference boys matchup between the Shelton Highclimbers and the Rochester Warriors. My name is Diedrich Allen, and joining me for this broadcast is Jerry Apple.
Hi, Diedrich. It's a pleasure to be here.
It's good to have you. Daryl White will also be helping us out with some stats again tonight. Shelton dropped its season opener Tuesday to Olympic 41-38. Rochester has played 2 games so far this season, falling at WF West to 64-41 on Monday and losing at Kingsway Christian 74-47 on Wednesday. The Highclimbers have won 11 straight games over the Warriors. In their last meeting on December 18th of last year, Shelton edged Rochester 50-48. The Highclimbers Mason guard hit a winning basket with 4 seconds left. Guard was playing without his glasses, which were broken earlier in the game. Now, I just have to point that out because they broke. He got a collision or something, if I remember right, and he just threw him on the side to the bench, and he played without him. And you got to hand it to him. He even hit free throws without his glasses on. It was an amazing performance by Mason in that game. Anyways, coming up, we will talk with Shelton coach Sam Krieger. Jerry will get you the starting lineups. And, of course, we have the tip-off. It's boys high school basketball, the Rochester Warriors at the Shelton Highclimbers on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
When life gets stressful, reaching for a vape might seem like a quick fix. But vaping can actually make feelings of anxiety and depression worse each time you vape. Nicotine tricks your brain into feeling rewarded, and the more you vape, the more nicotine receptors your brain creates. Over time, your body needs more and more nicotine to feel good, and when you can't get enough, you can experience withdrawal symptoms like anxiety, mood swings, and depression. Learn more at chooseyouwa.org. Brought to you by Mason County Public Health and Mason County Substance Abuse Prevention Coalition.
If you're enjoying this broadcast, please give us a like on your favorite social media. Use the handle @MasonWebTV to find us on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Blue Sky Social. Subscribe and follow Mason Web TV so you never miss anything. Also, thank our sponsors who are helping make this broadcast possible. They include Mason County Public Utility District Number 1, Washington State's first public utility district, proudly serving the Hood Canal in Mason County since 1935.
What is gig speed internet? We could bore you with the technical details, or we could tell you that it's marathoning movies on your favorite streaming service with no interruptions, or having the grandkids over and not hearing a single complaint about your Wi-Fi. In other words, it's just what you needed. Switch to gig speed internet from Hood Canal Communications today and get $25 off your first 4 months. Visit hcc.net or call 360-898-2481.
When it comes to real estate, experience matters. For over 40 years, the Conklin team at Windermere has been helping Mason County buy and sell homes with care, dedication, and local expertise. We are Jeff, Andy, Shelby, Chrissy, and Laura, your neighbors, climber sponsors, and friends. Thinking about selling or curious what your home is worth, or maybe you're ready to find the perfect spot to call your own. Simply scan the QR code and drop us a line. We'd love the chance to connect and help make your next chapter a great one.
And we're back here in the mini dome. Diedrich Allen, Jerry Apple. Oh, just after the JV game started, I had a nice short conversation with Shelton coach Sam Krieger. Coach Krieger, one game down, and unfortunately that was in the other column that you don't want to see right now. Your impressions of that game against Olympic on the other night?
Sure. I was happy with how we came out and we competed, the intensity level, how hard we played. I thought we did a real good job on defense, but offensively, I thought we were a little too into our own thing and not enough as a team aspect in running the offense and settling. We would make the first pass or the first option, and that was what we went with, and weren't very disciplined in making sure to keep running the offense and getting an actual good look at the basket.
Now, my partners in broadcast are kind of, I'm not going to say complaining, but mentioning that the free throws were not very good. Is that something you worked on in practice?
Yeah, I mean, that's just individually. That was just one guy. Mason, he's come a long way with his free throws. He shot real well in the summer and stuff. And I think his first game out, jitters, and he started to get missed a couple and then started to think about it too much. But overall as a team, right, everybody else, I mean, we shot really well. Just Mason, he's going to get fouled a lot. He knows he needs to step up and make those. But I think it's a lot of his first game jitters, and then he tried aiming the ball more so instead of shooting it. But I think he'll shake that off.
Anything different for this Rochester team coming up tonight? They're small, young.
Yeah, probably play man-to-man tonight, and we'll hopefully run our offense better. And that's what I'm really looking for, is we look like a team that wants to play together and wants to get each other involved and create opportunities for the other guys.
Injury-wise, Billy's still out?
Billy's still out, yeah. I think he'll be back tomorrow.
Good enough. Thanks, Coach.
Thank you very much.
Let's push the right button. Shelton coach Sam Krieger, there we go. And I just, it's a lot. I mentioned short and sweet after the interview. He says, well, you got to ask me more questions. It's like, well, there's a lot to talk about. Yeah. But we got a long season, and we're only 2 games in. That's, I have a lot of questions for him, but I just want to, bring them out one at a time. Go ahead, Jeff.
One thing that I took from that interview is that, yes, we will match up well tonight. Matter of fact, we'll have a little bit of a height advantage.
A little bit?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, and playing man-to-man, I think, is very effective, especially when you match up well with another team. You're not going to see as much zone. So that was a good point on his point.
Yeah, right. Well, I kid about the little bit of a height advantage. I mean, the tallest player for Rochester is 6'1".
Compared to 6'4".
Yeah, 6'4", 6'5" when you talk about Billy Sylvester. Or I'm sorry, he's 6'5"? Yeah,
he's 6'8".
That's right, he's 6'8". Yeah, but Billy's not going to play tonight. But, that's a big difference in height. I look forward to seeing how he's improved in the offseason, to be honest. I mean, we haven't seen a lot of him. We saw a little bit at the end of last year. We'd like to see how he plays. I haven't seen him play this year.
He'll get an opportunity to play tomorrow down in Hoquiam, and then we'll see him next week.
We don't have a game next week.
Or do we have any game?
We have one game next week. We'll talk about all that off air.
Sure.
Anyways, let's get back to this game in front of us. Rochester, Shelton, little boys action tonight. We'll take another timeout and be back, and Jerry's got some starters all lined up for us.
I do.
We'll be back. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
Nicotine in vapes can increase feelings of anxiety and depression. Though quitting isn't always easy, it's a great way to care for your mental health. When you're ready to take control of your well-being, choose the Tomorrow Health app. It's free for Washington teens and proven to work. Brought to you by Mason County Public Health and Mason County Substance Abuse Prevention Coalition.
If you're enjoying this broadcast, please give us a like on your favorite social media. Use the handle @MasonWebTV to find us on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Blue Sky Social. Subscribe and follow Mason Web TV so you never miss anything. Also, thank our sponsors who are helping make this broadcast possible. They include Mason County Public Utility District Number 1, Washington State's first public utility district, proudly serving the Hood Canal in Mason County since 1935.
This time of year, we get some of our coldest temperatures, and unfortunately, that also means some of our highest electric bills. PUD3 is here to help with bill assistance programs and tips on saving energy. The colder it is outside, the harder your system works to warm your home. Keep the warm air inside by sealing air leaks with caulking or weather stripping and covering windows with heavy curtains. Get more energy-saving ideas at pud3.org/tips.
If you're enjoying this broadcast, please give us a like on your favorite social media. Use the handle @MasonWebTV to find us on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Blue Sky Social. Subscribe and follow Mason Web TV so you never miss anything. Also, thank our sponsors who are helping make this broadcast possible. They include Mason Health, United Community, Empowered People, Exceptional Health.
And we're back here at Terry Gregg Court in the Shelton High School Mini-Dome. Diedrich Allen here, Jerry Apple over there, you sitting right there, Daryl White in his undisclosed location. We're all okay. I said I wasn't going to do that this year, and I lied. Okay, and Jerry, you have some starters for us.
I do, Diedrich. Let's start with the visitors, the Rochester Warriors, under Coach Caleb Sells. At one guard, a 5'9" freshman, and number 0, Tyson Canals. At the other guard, a 5'7" senior, number 1, LaShawn Hines. At one forward, a 5'6" sophomore, number 3, Emmett Mancuso. At the other forward, a 5'7" senior, number 4, Devin Gravitt. And rounding out the starting lineup for the Rochester Warriors, playing post will be a 6-foot freshman, number 22, Peter Hayden. And now your starters for the home team, the Shelton Highclimbers, under Coach Sam Krieger. At one guard, a 5'10" senior, number 1, Jeremy Myers. At the other guard, a 6'2" senior, number 2, Sam Parsons. At one forward, a 6'2" sophomore, number 3, Fletcher Henry. At the other forward, a 6'1" senior, and number 4, Braden Phipps. And rounding out the starting lineup for the Highclimbers, at center, a 6'4" senior, number 21, Mason Guard. That's your starters for the Highclimbers.
All right, thank you, Jerry. We're just a couple of minutes away from the actual start of this ball game. Rochester Warriors, Shelton Highclimbers. If you didn't know, Rochester's a 1A school now. They, used to play all the time. Or, used to be in the same league, but their enrollment has dropped, and so they're down at 1A. That's one thing. And Shelton, 3A in the 2A league. So, just to throw that out there. That's why this is a non-league game, and they will meet again in a couple weeks.
Good.
Down in Rochester. Yet to be determined whether we'll be on hand for that game.
Okay. Will that be during Christmas?
Yeah.
After they get back from Alaska?
I think it's before they go to Alaska.
Before they go, okay.
I believe. I was talking to Sam about that, and he said he believes they're playing on the 18th and 19th in Alaska.
Okay.
Don't know specifics yet, and I have to hunt that down. All right. But both the girls and the boys teams from Shelton are going to Alaska. We will not be there.
We tried. We wanted
Darn it.
to.
Yeah, just not in the budget. And the Mason Web TV helicopter's in the shop. I'm kidding. I'm joking. We do not have a helicopter. That's definitely not in the budget. All right, we'll take a timeout. We'll be right back. Tip-off coming up. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
We are taking our best shot to end hunger in our community. This basketball season, Mason Web TV, powered by HCC and Hood Canal Communications, are partnering to raise funds to help families keep their pantries stocked. For every free throw and three-pointer made during this game, Mason Web TV and Hood Canal Communications will donate funds to an area food bank. Those funds will then be leveraged into bulk purchases at wholesale prices for more nutritious, high-demand items. So join us as we shoot to end hunger by donating to one of the following food banks.
What is fiber internet? We could bore you with the technical details, or we could tell you it's just internet. Internet that can do whatever you need. Crystal clear video chats with the family, smooth streaming of your favorite shows, uploading a ton of vacation photos in an instant. Even all of the above, all at once. Switch to fiber internet from Hood Canal Communications today and get $25 off your first 4 months of gig speed service. Visit hcc.net or call 360-898-2481.
When the time comes for the assistance of real estate professionals, look to the team that has been consistently helping people buy and sell real estate for over 40 years in Mason County. Jeff, Andy, Chrissy, Shelby, and Laura from the Conklin team at Windermere Real Estate take great pride in our area and are proud sponsors of our community. If you are interested to know what your property might be worth or want to find just the right spot, scan that QR code and drop us a line. We'd be honored to help.
And we're back here in the mini dome. We are going to rise for the national anthem, so we'll take a quick time out. We'll be right back. Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
Neighbors help each other. It's how community works, and it's how we do business at Hood Canal Communications. We know you count on us for value-priced internet, TV, and phone service, backed by friendly local support. Your hard-earned dollars stay right here as we invest in our community, our people, and smart technology. Hood Canal Communications, keeping our community connected while being a good neighbor.
This time of year, we get some of our coldest temperatures, and unfortunately, that also means some of our highest electric bills. Beauty 3 is here to help with bill assistance programs and tips on saving energy. The colder it is outside, the harder your system works to warm your home. Keep the warm air inside by sealing air leaks with caulking or weather stripping and covering windows with heavy curtains. Get more energy-saving ideas at pud3.org/tips.
When it comes to real estate, experience matters. For over 40 years, the Conklin team at Windermere has been helping Mason County buy and sell homes with care, dedication, and local expertise. We are Jeff, Andy, Shelby, Chrissy, and Laura, your neighbors, climber sponsors, and friends. Thinking about selling or curious what your home is worth, or maybe you're ready to find the perfect spot to call your own. Simply scan the QR code and drop us a line. We'd love the chance to connect and help make your next chapter a great one.
What is gig speed internet? We could bore you with the technical details, or we could tell you that it's marathoning movies on your favorite streaming service with no interruptions, or having the grandkids over and not hearing a single complaint about your Wi-Fi. In other words, it's just what you needed. Switch to gig speed internet from Hood Canal Communications today and get $25 off your first 4 months. Visit hcc.net or call 360-898-2481.
And we're back here. Top of the mini dome we are, across from the scorer's table. Diedrich Allen, Jerry Apple. Little boys basketball for you, our third broadcast this week. Got to see the girls on Wednesday kind of just kill Olympic. I mean,
they started off with that nice 2-2-1 press, and it really worked.
Yeah.
Rochester travels well.
Yeah.
Good crowd.
Good crowd. You take that one section away, that's the JV team. but yeah, you're right. There's a lot of fans over there in the middle section wearing blue. And not as crowded as it was last game for the whole overall. But, it's Friday night, and originally this game was going to be a road game, and they moved it here. Yeah. So that might have something to do with it.
I'm sure it does.
Starting lineups announced again. We'll remind you, it's Tyson Canals, LaShawn Hines, Emmett Mancuso, Devin Gravitt, and Peter Hayden for the Rochester Warriors, wearing all blue with gold stripes. Jeremy Myers, Sam Parsons, Fletcher Henry, Braden Phipps, and Mason Guard for the guys in white with the red trim and the red letters and numbers. So that's what we have so far. We're ready to get this thing underway here very shortly as the teams are on the court. Nice little huddle with the starters.
It'll be nice to easy to see the numbers tonight for
well,
Rochester.
Some of those are pretty tight, though, in the font. The 1s, the 0s, and the 11s are going to be hard to see, but it's all right. So Hayden and it looks like Phipps Parsons will meet in center court to get this thing underway. And we're ready to get another game going here. Ball is up in the air, and the tap is won by Mason Guard. And he gets the ball right back over. It goes to Parsons. Parsons back Up top to Jeremy Myers. Into the corner to Parsons, looking for guard. Over the defense, off the glass, and it rolled out. Rebound tracked down by the Warriors, and that's Canals. And here is Gravitt up top to Hines for three, no. And rebound tracked down by Parsons. Here comes Jeremy Myers for the Highclimbers. Dribble over near side into the corner to Phipps. Down it goes to Fletcher Henry. Now up to Myers over to the opposite side to Parsons. Looking in the corner, now up to Myers. Myers fakes the three, drives baseline, pulls up at the box, put up a shot, missed it, rebound pulled down by Gravitt. And here come the Warriors. Quickly up the other way is Hines. Hines gets the ball back at the foul line, goes right down the lane, puts it up, missed it. Rebound goes to guard for Shelton. Sam Parsons crosses midcourt and bounces it over to Jeremy Myers. Now to the corner, Parsons around the top, and Phipps has the ball now. Into the corner, Parsons takes the three. Rattled that one out, rebound tapped out and then pulled down by Hines. And here come the Warriors. Grab it with the ball, side of the paint, trying to get by guard. Swing it out, kick it out to Canales for three, and he hit it. Tyson Canales with a three. And it's 3-0 here. 6:20 to go here, first quarter. Shelton with the ball, Rochester with the lead. Phipps in the corner near side, three on the way, in and out. Rebound tapped out and into the hands of Hines. Now over it goes to Gravitt, a little short on the runner. And the rebound tracked down by Hayden. Out it goes to Hines. Hines for three, in and out. Mason Guard with the rebound. Here's Jeremy Myers with the ball. Over into the corner to Parsons. Back to Myers. Near side to Phipps. Lob it to guard, overthrew him in a turnover. And Hayden came away with it. And here comes Mancuso to the hoop. Missed the shot, guard with another rebound. Quickly come the Highclimbers the other way to Parsons. Parsons draws a double team, steps by it, had it blocked by Hayden, recovered by the Warriors, and here they come, 3-on-2. Nice pass down low, but out of the reach of Mancuso, out of bounds. 3-0 ball game, 5:13 to go, first quarter. Rochester on top. Shelton will get the ball after the turnover. To figure out what's going on with this camera, Jerry, it's being a little funny. But it's working right now. Here's Mason Garb with the ball. Back to Jeremy Myers. Into the corner to Sam Parsons. Low, lobs it down to Bogard off the glass and in for Mason, the first basket. So it's a 3-2 ball game. Rochester on top by one. Here's Mancuso with the ball and a drive down to the box opposite side. Fade away. Missed the shot. Rebound goes to Guard. Guard will get it to Myers. Myers up. It goes to Parsons. Parsons double pumps to the hole and missed it short. And the rebound goes to Canales. And a drive, leave a no-look pass down low to Mancuso up and in. Nope, I'm sorry, that was Hayden with the basket. Peter Hayden makes it 5-2. Told you those zeros and ones are going to get me, even though it's a 22. Here's Myers driving down the lane, puts it up, and it rolled in. Jeremy Myers makes it 5-4. Rochester with a 1-point lead. 4:10 to go here, first quarter. Here's Mancuso, had it stolen away by Myers. Myers has a 1-on-3 and wisely turns around and sets the offense for the Highclimbers. Halfway through the first quarter, here's Phipps back to Myers. Over to the opposite side, and it's Parsons. Into the corner, Parsons for three, it's short. Rebound tap to Fletcher Henry. He puts a fadeaway in, missed the shot, and the rebound taken away by Mancuso. And that'll be a foul on the Highclimbers. That'll go on Mason Guard, his first. 3:41 to go, first quarter. Rochester 5, Shelton 4. Here comes Hines with the ball. A little speed there, kick it to the corner. 3 on the way by Gravitt. That's an air ball and ripped out of the air by Henry. Up to Myers. Myers over to Parsons. Parsons back to Myers. Into the corner and a lob down to guard. Mason is fouled on the floor.
Nice pass by Sam Parsons.
So it'll be baseline inbounds for the Highclimbers. Personal foul went to Emmett Mancuso, his first team foul. So baseline inbounds right of the backboard. Trevor Gott checked into the ball game. Into the corner to Phipps, up to Myers, back to Phipps in the corner, just out of his reach. Also in the ball game is Bennett Henry. So it's guard, Gott, Phipps, Myers, and Bennett Henry on the court for Shelton.
Both teams have 2 turnovers.
Here comes Hines with the ball. Gets a screen at the top. Over it goes to Knutson into the ball game. And now here's another new face. He'll hand it off. And here goes Canales in and out on the jumper. And rebound is saved in bounds by Bennett Henry. Right to Trevor Gott. And here come the Highclimbers. Over to Jeremy Myers, far side. Near side now, Phipps open for 3, won't take it, but he'll lob it down to guard. Guard draws 3 guys up, puts it up, missed it. Drew the foul, so Mason Guard back to the free throw line, or to the free throw line, excuse me. And the personal foul, I believe it'll go. Clayton Knutson, number 11, his first. Number 21 for Shelton, now at the free throw line from Mason Guard for 2 free throws. Missed it. First one, he'll get another one. Second free throw for Guard. Off the back of the iron, rebound goes to Phipps with one hand. He'll force one up there off the back of the iron and missed it. A rebound pulled down by Rochester. That is Canales. Back and forth on the dribble, gets it up top. And that is Isaac Derrick. He'll get it to Hines. Now to Canales for the jumper at the elbow. It's an air ball, saved in bounds by Phipps to Myers. Here come the Highclimbers. Trailing by 1 here. 2:10 to go here, first quarter. Myers skips over near side. Gonna go baseline on the drive. Gonna go right to the hoop. Had it knocked out of his hands. Recovered by Guard. And Mason Guard back to the free throw line on the 3rd team foul for Rochester. And that'll go on Clayton Knutson, his 2nd. Couple of Warriors up off the Rochester bench, and Sharky French is off the Climber bench to check in after this free throw attempt by Mason Guard. Missed it. He's 0 for 3. So Sharkey will come in for Jeremy Myers. Xander Miller steps on for Rochester. And Emmett Mancuso is back in the lineup for the Warriors as well. And Guard's 2nd free throw. That one's in, nothing but net. Give him 3 points, and it's tied up at 5. Here's Knutson crossing mid-court. Now he's working on the far side, trying to find some room to dribble. Gets it up to Hines. Hines into the paint, lost the handle, got it back. Ball comes free. Guard comes up with it off the floor, gets it to Sharky French. Sharky turns and reads the court, throws it up to the near corner, and it is Phipps. His outlet is, or his pass up is stolen away by Hines. He'll leave it there for Derrick. Derrick will kick it out. 3 on the way by number 3. Missed it. Rebound goes to Rochester's Hines, and he'll get it back out to Mancuso. And here comes Derrick. Set the offense for the Warriors. Hand it off Hines. Kick it over to Mancuso to the foul line. Jumper blocked by Phipps, recovered by Bennett Henry. And here is Sharky French. Sharky swing it over to Phipps, near side beyond the three-point arc. Goes baseline with a pass to Bennett Henry. Had it stolen away by Mancuso. Mancuso comes away with the ball. On the dribble on the far side. Get it to Hines, near side now. Back to Mancuso. Over to Knutson. Knutson drives up to the top, now to the foul line. Kick it up. And Derrick. Derrick will drive in. And it's stolen away by Phipps, but there's a foul on the pass-off. Second team foul for Shelton. And it'll go on Sharky French. His first. Be baseline inbounds for the Warriors. Right of the backboard as Devin Gravitt will check back in, replacing LaShawn Hines. Inbounds right into the middle. The Knutson jumper hits it. Clayton with his first points. And it's a 2-point Rochester lead, 7-5. 35 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Here's Sharkey with the dribble. Up top, it goes to Mason Guard between those circles. Now go over to the right and go down the lane. Puts it up a little hard, no whistle. Rebound pulled down by Miller, and jump ball called. And that will go over to the Rochester Warriors on the alternating possession. 22.1 seconds remain first quarter. 7-5, that's our score. Rochester with a 2-point lead. Here's Derek in backcourt guarded by Sharkey. Stolen actually on the pass off to Gott. Gott will get it to Sharkey. His shot is short. Rebound Mancuso. Quickly the other way. Going to attack the rim with a fadeaway on the baseline. Rimmed off. Rebound goes to Parsons back in the ball game for Shelton. Outlet goes to Sharkey. Sharkey with a half second at the midcourt stripe. Comes up short. We're through one quarter. Rochester 7, Shelton 5. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
When life gets stressful, reaching for a vape might seem like a quick fix. But vaping can actually make feelings of anxiety and depression worse each time you vape. Nicotine tricks your brain into feeling rewarded, and the more you vape, the more nicotine receptors your brain creates. Over time, your body needs more and more nicotine to feel good. And when you can't get enough, you can experience withdrawal symptoms like anxiety, mood swings, and depression. Learn more at chooseuwa.org. Brought to you by Mason County Public Health and Mason County Substance Abuse Prevention Coalition.
Waiting for the start of the second quarter. Rochester with a 2-point lead on the Shelton Highclimbers, 7-5. Second quarter, the Climbers will have the ball. Come out with both the Henrys, Gott, Parsons, and Sharkey French. Rochester will send, let's see here, Mancuso, Canales, Hayden, let's see here, Driver's in there for the first time, and Hines. Here's Gott with it far side. Down to the corner to Bennett Henry. To Fletcher, draws 4 guys, puts it up and in. Fletcher Henry with the basket, and it's tied to 7. Here comes Canales to Mancuso. Hands it off to Canales to the foul line. Over the far side, and that's Turnquist. Drives the foul line elbow, puts up a shot, missed it. Parsons with the rebound. There's going to be a foul on the pass off. I think Mancuso is going to get it. That'll be his second, first in the quarter for the Rochester Warriors. And here comes Sharkey French with the ball. Bounce it over to Gott, far side, back to Sharkey. Near side to Parsons, back to Sharkey. Sharkey drives the foul line elbow, gets it to Parsons. Parsons for 3. That's a little hard. Rebound, Bennett Henry. One dribble, up fake, steps by the defense, up and in. Bennett Henry with his first points tonight. And it's a 2-point Shelton lead, 9-7. Here comes Mancuso. Hands it off to Canales. Canales drives into the paint, jump stops, missed the ball, lost the ball to Bennett Henry. I'm sorry, to Fletcher Henry. Bennett comes up with it, and the outlet ping-pongs off a couple of Highclimbers out of bounds. It'll be Rochester ball. Wow.
Yeah, so far we have 6 turnovers for the Highclimbers and 6 turnovers for the Warriors.
Sideline inbounds goes to Hines. Hines trying to get by Sharkey French. Sharkey poked it into backcourt. Hines comes up with it. He'll speed to the three-point arc to the side of the paint, bounce it to the baseline. Mancuso kick out to Turnquist. 3 on the way in and out. Rebound goes to Parsons. Here comes Sharkey French the other way. 6.5 minutes to go, first half. Here's to Parsons driving, draws the foul on Rochester. I think it'll go on, yes, it'll go on Marshall Turnquist. His first, second team foul on the Warriors. Baseline inbounds, Gott will get it into Bennett Henry. He draws 3 guys, forces one up there, missed the shot, but drew the foul. So Bennett Henry will go to the free throw line for a couple of shots. I remind you, for every three-pointer and every free throw made by either team, Mason Web TV and Hood Canal Communications are donating funds to area food banks.
Good fundraiser.
And this week we're raising funds for Saints Pantry in Shelton. First free throw is rattling off, and I'm jinxing this. So far we have $1 earned here. No, I'm sorry, $4. The 3 earlier by Rochester. Either way. Bennett Henry with his second free throw. He missed that one. Rebound tapped out, tracked down by the Warriors. That was Hayden with the recovery. And here comes Hines. Hines has got some speed. Kick it out. 3 on the way by Canales. Canales' 3 is short. Rebound goes to Hines. Hines back to Canales. Canales drives to the foul line, steps back, finds Hines. Hines up top. It goes to Mancuso. Drives the foul line down the side of the paint. Lost the handle, out of bounds. Well, I'm going to say it went off a high climber. I don't think any guy in white touched that ball, but.
Yeah, I was surprised on that call. I thought it was Shelton's.
Devin Gravitt will step back for the Rochester Warriors, replacing Marshall Turnquist. Baseline inbounds for the Warriors. We have a timeout here. I believe it was by the Highclimbers. Give me an opportunity to read this. This basketball season, Mason Web TV, powered by HCC and Hood Canal Communications, are partnering to raise funds to help families keep their pantries stocked. For every free throw and three-pointer made during this game, Mason Web TV and Hood Canal Communications will donate funds to an area food bank. Those funds will then be leveraged into bulk purchases at wholesale prices for more nutritious, high-demand items. And so far, between the 2 games we broadcast, we have raised $60.
I like the matchup between Sharky French and LaShawn Hines. LaShawn Hines is very quick, but they've got the right person on him right now.
Right. Hines will baseline inbounds it for the Warriors, right of the backboard. Looks in the middle of the key, and he'll lob it to Canales. Canales gets by French, stops the foul line, kick it out, and a 3 on the way by Nightman Cuso. That's off the back of the iron. Rebound goes to Fletcher Henry. And now out to Trevor Gott. And there's Sharky French, quick pass to Fletcher Henry, draws 3, a couple of guys, kick it out. 3 on the way by Sharky French, no spin on the ball, it popped out. Rebound goes to Mancuso up the far sidelines. Right down the lane, run around Parsons. They're going to get Sam Parsons with a personal foul on that, and that will send Emmett Mancuso to the free throw line. 5:26 to go here in the first half. Shelton 9. Rochester 7. Warriors Mancuso has 2 free throws coming. Got the first one. He'll get another one. Mason Guard returns for the Highclimbers, as does Jeremy Myers and Braden Phipps. And I saw a substitution for Rochester. Who was that?
22, I believe.
No, Hayden was already in there. Peter Hayden.
Was he?
Maybe it wasn't. Maybe somebody shuffling down on the key. Here's the second free throw. That one's in and out. Rebound goes to Guard. He'll hand it off to Myers. And here come the Highclimbers. Lob it down to Fletcher Henry in the paint with a little half hook. Missed it. Rebound goes to Guard. Guard will kick it back out to Henry. Fletcher kick it back over to Parsons, up top to Myers. Myers to the elbow on the near side. Now out to Phipps. Now to Parsons up top. And I'll get it into Myers, who draws the foul by Devin Gravitt. Gravitt's first third-team foul on the Warriors. Actually, it's a 14th foul.
It's a 4th.
Yeah, thank you. I look up and they change it, and Jerry's holding up 4 fingers, correcting me. Sideline inbounds, goes to Myers, back to Parsons. Parsons hooks it down to the Fletcher Henry, and it's stolen away. And then Parsons steals it right back, finds Henry. Fletcher will get it to Phipps, and Phipps will hand it off to Myers and set the offense for the Highclimbers. 4:35 to go here in the first half. 9-8, that's our score. Over the ball is now to Phipps. Quick pass down to Henry. Fletcher, one dribble, draws a crowd. trying to step around, turn the pivots, and they're going to draw a foul on the Warriors. Sends Fletcher Henry to the free throw line. Foul went on Xander Miller. He's not even on the court. Fletcher Henry hit the first free throw.
I don't see a 23.
On the court that's not in blue, no.
Maybe it was 22.
I'm thinking it might be 3.
You think it's 3? Okay, we'll find out.
Yeah, here's the next free throw. That's in and out, and Guard comes up with the rebound and the putback. Mason Guard with 5 points, and it's 12-8. Here's Hines. Up top it goes to Mancuso. Mancuso kick it over to Gravitt. Gravitt will lob it over, and there's a 3 in the key called on the Warriors. You might be right. It might have been number 22, Jerry. I don't know.
Yeah.
They posted it at 23. There is the only 23 that's, well, there isn't a 23 out on the court, as Jerry mentioned, but there, yeah. And there's a wide up at number 3 for the Highclimbers. Fletcher Henry short on the shot, but does draw the foul. And that one will go on Mancuso, or was it? It was on Mancuso. That'll be his third. Yeah, Fletcher Henry's first free throw is off the back of the iron. He'll get another one. He's now 1 for 3 with 3 points. 3:53 to go here in the second quarter. Henry's next free throw rattled in. Give him 4 points, and it's 13-8.
And you were correct. Mancuso, his third foul.
And here is, that was I'm sorry, it was Gravitt with the ball. Now here's Mancuso. Mancuso kick it out, and it's Canales. His pass is deflected, but it goes right into the hands of Gravitt. Gravitt will one-handed down low, taken away by Mason Guard. And here is Jeremy Myers. 3.5 minutes and counting. Here's Myers, kick it to the corner. Parsons for 3. Get in there, baby. And that'll make it 16-8 and a timeout. Full timeout call by Rochester. 3:20 to go in the half. We'll be right back to Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
If you're enjoying this broadcast, please give us a like on your favorite social media. Use the handle @MasonWebTV to find us on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Blue Sky Social. Subscribe and follow Mason Web TV so you never miss anything. Also, thank our sponsors who are helping make this broadcast possible. They include the Port of Shelton, promoting possibilities and providing economic benefit to our community.
When the time comes for the assistance of real estate professionals, look to the team that has been consistently helping people buy and sell real estate for over 40 years in Mason County. Jeff, Andy, Chrissy, Shelby, and Laura from the Conklin team at Windermere Real Estate take great pride in our area and are proud sponsors of our community. If you are interested to know what your property might be worth or want to find just the right spot, scan that QR code and drop us a line. We'd be honored to help.
Well, 3:20 to go here in the first half. Shelton 16, Rochester 8. The Warriors have the ball coming out of the timeout. Mancuso throws a long bounce pass. And I think he's ended up stepping on the sidelines there. Does Isaac Derrick. And that'll be a turnover, and the Highclimbers get the ball back. Sideline inbounds into backcourt. Goes to Jeremy Myers. Over it goes to Phipps, open for 3. Rounding in. Braden Phipps with his first 3 of the ball game, and it is 19-8.
That's the biggest lead of 11 points.
Here's Mancuso. Kick it over, and there's a pass to Derrick. Derrick will get it to Hines. Hines to the foul line, bounce it down, wide open man underneath, up and in. That's Miller. This is Xander Miller with the basket, making it 19-10. And here's Myers, bothered by a couple of Warriors in backcourt. Gets it across midcourt to Braden Phipps. And Myers gets the ball back, calls the play out. Over to Guard between the circles. It's back to Myers. Into the corner to Phipps, looking for Henry. Now to Myers. Myers out it goes to Parsons. 3 from the elbow. It's in. Sam Parsons with his second 3 in the quarter. And it makes it 22-10. Here's Mancuso with the ball for the Warriors. Spinning, drawing a foul on Parsons. Little touch foul there. That'll be Sam's second. And the second team foul on the Highclimbers in the quarter. Baseline inbounds for the Warriors. Hines will trigger the play. Right of the backboard. Lob it in, and it goes to Mancuso. He'll spread it out, try to get some room to drive. Cut off by Phipps. And he throws it right in the hands of Parsons. Parsons the other way. Lob it over to Phipps. Phipps goes up, puts it up, missed the shot. I think he was trying to dunk it. And he draws a foul. Just go for the easy layup, man, or little soft scoop there. I don't know.
I'm sure the coach would appreciate that too.
Well, let's see if Phipps can earn them at the free throw line. 2 minutes to go in the half. Oop. Well, see, I jinxed him on that one. He'll get another one. 22-10. And Phipps can give the Highclimbers their largest lead of the night, and he does. Give him 4 points. It's 23-10 now. Here comes Hines. Between the circles on the dribble. Mancuso high post. Now to Miller. Over to the far side. And is that Knutson? That is Derek. Derek over to Hines. 13 on the shot clock. Hines will drive in, bounce it to Miller. Miller off the glass, missed the shot. Guard with a rebound. And here comes Jeremy Myers. Into the corner to Parsons, back to Myers. Cross court it goes to Phipps. 3 on the way. And in. Phipps with his second 3 in the ball game. And it's 26-10. Here's Mancuso driving and kicking. Derek with it, driving and stumbling, losing the handle, and Fletcher Henry comes away with it. And here come the Highclimbers. Here's Parsons at midcourt. Over to Myers, near side to three-point arc. He's going to hesitate and drive in. Double pump, leave a pass down to Mason Guard, up and in.
Nice assist from Jeremy Myers.
Here's a loose ball up in the front. Fletcher Henry saves it in bounds to Mason Guard, and here's Jeremy Myers. Myers top of the key on the dribble. 40 seconds to go. He'll no look it in the corner near side. Parsons 3, no. Missed it. Rebound goes to Mancuso. Tried to tap it in. It got tapped back. He was standing on the inline when he tapped it back into play. And that'll be Highclimber ball. As Devin Gravitt will come back in for the Warriors. Baseline inbounds for the Highclimbers. Left of the backboard. Parsons will trigger the play. Lob it in to Phipps. Phipps in the corner. Trying to get a lazy pass into the middle. It's taken away by the Warriors. And Derek has the ball picked out of his hands. Now, actually, they're going to say it went off of him out of bounds. It'll be Highclimber ball with 26.9 seconds.
Yeah, that was a good call.
Parsons gets it into Myers in backcourt. Finds Parsons crossing midcourt. Draws a double team and bounce it over to Myers. Myers dribbles and one hands it over to Phipps. Phipps looking down low. Cross court it goes to Parsons. Parsons for 3. Oh, boy. That's 9 points for Parsons in the quarter. 3 threes. Quickly up the court it goes, and unfortunately, Gravitt couldn't handle it. It goes out of bounds.
Yeah, Rochester's picking up a lot of turnovers right now.
31-10 is our score. 3.7 seconds to go here in the half. Here is Myers up to Parsons. Turns at the sidelines for 3. Oh, my goodness, almost hit that at the buzzer. But we head to halftime. Shelton 31, Rochester 10. We'll be right back. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
What is fiber internet? We could bore you with the technical details, or we could tell you it's just internet. Internet that can do whatever you need. Crystal clear video chats with the family, smooth streaming of your favorite shows, uploading a ton of vacation photos in an instant. Even all of the above, all at once. Switch to fiber internet from Hood Canal Communications today and get $25 off your first 4 months of gig speed service. Visit hcc.net or call 360-898-2481.
At the U.S. Center for Safe Sport, we see champions everywhere we look. In every sport, on every court, we're building a foundation to ensure all athletes are safe, supported, and strengthened. At the U.S. Center for Safe Sport, ending abuse is not just our job. It's our promise.
This time of year, we get some of our coldest temperatures, and unfortunately, that also means some of our highest electric bills. Beauty 3 is here to help with bill assistance programs and tips on saving energy. The colder it is outside, the harder your system works to warm your home. Keep the warm air inside by sealing air leaks with caulking or weather stripping and covering windows with heavy curtains. Get more energy-saving ideas at pud3.org/tips.
We are taking our best shot to end hunger in our community. This basketball season, Mason Web TV, powered by HCC and Hood Canal Communications, are partnering to raise funds to help families keep their pantries stocked. For every free throw and three-pointer made during this game, Mason Web TV and Hood Canal Communications will donate funds to an area food bank. Those funds will then be leveraged into bulk purchases at wholesale prices for more nutritious, high-demand items. So join us as we shoot to end hunger by donating to one of the following food banks. By Hood Canal Communications, committed to providing quality services that exceed customer expectations in voice, video, data, and customer service, keeping our community connected since 1934. Mason County Public Health and Human Services Prevention Education Partners Substance Abuse Prevention Coalition. Mason PUD 3, connecting our community with safe, reliable, economical, and sustainable services 24/7. The Conklin team at Windermere Real Estate. When it comes to real estate, nothing compares to local knowledge. Mason County Public Utility District Number 1, Washington State's first public utility district, proudly serving the Hood Canal in Mason County since 1935. The Port of Shelton, promoting possibilities and providing economic benefit to our community. And Mason Health, united community, empowered people, exceptional health.
Well, it's halftime here at the Mini Dome. Terry Gregg Court. 31-10 is our halftime score. Shelton Highclimbers on top of the Rochester Warriors. The Highclimbers did it behind the 9 points from Sam Parsons. He had 3 threes in the second quarter. Braden Phipps has 7 points. Mason Guard has 7 points. So here, 2 points for Bennett Henry and 2 for Jeremy Myers. Oh, yeah, Fletcher Henry has 4 points. Missed that. For the Warriors, well, let's see here. Tyson Canales has 3 points. 2 points for Clayton Knutson. 2 points for Peter Hayden. 2 points for Xander Miller. And a free throw for Emmett Mancuso. That's the story of the scoring here in the first half. Foul trouble, let's see here. Emmett Mancuso has 3 personal fouls. Let's see here. Clayton Knutson has 2 for Rochester. Sam Parsons has 2, but nobody else is in any kind of trouble other than those gentlemen. We'll take another timeout. Jerry will have some more statistics coming in a moment. Halftime score, Shelton 31, Rochester 10. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC. Back in a moment.
Neighbors help each other. It's how community works, and it's how we do business at Hood Canal Communications. We know you count on us for value-priced internet, TV, and phone service, backed by friendly local support. Your hard-earned dollars stay right here as we invest in our community, our people, and smart technology. Hood Canal Communications, keeping our community connected while being a good neighbor.
When it comes to real estate, experience matters. For over 40 years, the Conklin team at Windermere has been helping Mason County buy and sell homes with care, dedication, and local expertise. We are Jeff, Andy, Shelby, Chrissy, and Laura, your neighbors, climber sponsors, and friends. Thinking about selling or curious what your home is worth, or maybe you're ready to find the perfect spot to call your own. Simply scan the QR code and drop us a line. We'd love the chance to connect and help make your next chapter a great one.
There's so many great things about life in Mason County, and Hood Canal Communications is proud to be one more. Headquartered in Union, we offer the speed and reliability your family needs, backed by hometown service and support. Whether you need to just check email or power all those Wi-Fi devices around your home, HCC has the right package for you. Stop by one of our friendly offices, call or visit hcc.net to learn more. Hood Canal Communications, keeping our community connected.
Vape companies have a history of targeting teens. Now that they've been caught red-handed marketing to minors in Washington state and forced to pay millions in a major lawsuit, when it comes to your health, choose what matters. Choose you. Brought to you by Mason County Public Health and Mason County Substance Abuse Prevention Coalition.
And we are back here in the mini dome. Halftime score, Shelton 31, Rochester 10. Some more statistics from the first half. Jerry's making a big circle there. Go ahead.
Thank you. Nice job on play-by-play, Diedrich. Now, let's go with Rochester first, the visiting team. They were 3 out of 18 from the field. 3 for 18. That adds up to 17%. They had 17 turnovers. They had 13 rebounds. The leading rebounder was LaShawn Hines with 4. They were 0 for 2 from the foul line. So the shooting percentage was down for Rochester, and 17 turnovers is a lot for a half. Okay.
Go ahead.
Now for the Highclimbers, they were they had 8 turnovers. They were 12 for 22 from the field for 54%. They were really lighting it up in the second quarter with the threes. They had 21 rebounds compared to 13 for Rochester. Guard Mason had 9 rebounds. They had 8 assists, the Highclimbers did. Miller led with 5. They had 9 steals. 9 steals.
Myers, you mean Myers.
And Fletcher led with 4 on that. So you're looking at 54% compared to 17% for Rochester. You're looking at 8 turnovers for the Highclimbers compared to 17 for Rochester. From the foul line, both teams, like we've said, just need to improve. 4 for 12 and 0 for 2.
Yeah, the free throws have not been really kind to either team.
That is correct.
In the last 2 games, so yeah. All right.
Thank you, Daryl.
Yeah, Daryl White.
Sure, just does a nice job.
He does, just sitting at the lake there, watching a little basketball online. All right, we got the third quarter coming up. 31-10 is our halftime score. Shelton on top. Looks like Rochester will start the third with the ball. We'll be back. It's Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
If you're enjoying this broadcast, please give us a like on your favorite social media. Use the handle @MasonWebTV to find us on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Blue Sky Social. Subscribe and follow Mason Web TV so you never miss anything. Also, thank our sponsors who are helping make this broadcast possible. They include Mason County Public Utility District Number 1, Washington State's first public utility district, proudly serving the Hood Canal in Mason County since 1935.
Waiting for the start of the third quarter. Go ahead, Jerry.
Yeah, one of the things, it's always nice if you can hit at least 40% of your three-pointers, and the Highclimbers are getting there. They were 5 for 13 in the first half, which is in the 30% range, 35% range. So, yeah, that helped.
Yeah. All right, so we're just about ready to start the third quarter. The Warriors are out there with Mancuso, Hines. Let's see here, Gravitt, Hayden, and Canales. The Highclimbers are starting with Fletcher Henry, Sam Parsons, Jeremy Myers, Mason Guard, and Braden Phipps. Here comes Hines. Midcourt, swing it over to Mancuso. He'll drive to the foul line, go right down the side of the paint, put it up a little too hard. Rebound goes to Phipps. And here comes Jeremy Myers across midcourt on the dribble. Or the far side, into the far corner. And a pass in, a little overthrown, and a turnover for the Highclimbers here to start the third quarter. Here comes Hines, quickly up court and hit the backboard. And ball goes right to Myers. Myers is going to push the pace up to Phipps. Phipps can't get to that ball, out of bounds. Back to back here, turnovers. Mancuso will get the ball in backcourt to Hines, but he threw it right into Phipps' hands. Phipps goes right to the bucket, puts it up, missed the shot, but goes to the free throw line. Braden has 7 points and is 1 for 2 at the free throw line.
I do want to give a shout out to Hines. I've been impressed with him overall.
Overall, oh yeah, he's fast. And he's got a good vision of the floor so far. At the free throw line, however, Shelton's Braden Phipps. He hit the first free throw. He'll get another one. Clayton Knutson will step back in. I didn't mention that Mancuso picked up his 4th personal foul. He headed to the bench there. That's a huge hindrance for the Warriors. Is the second free throw by Phipps. Give him 9 points, and it's 33-10. Is that right? Yes, that's right. Never mind. Here is Canales to the foul line, to Hines. Hines to the foul line, up top to Knutson. Fakes the 3, puts it on the floor, and is stolen away by Myers. Myers lets the pack go by, lays it off the glass and in. Jeremy with his second basket and 4 points. 35-10. Down a little bit more than a minute here in the third quarter. Here is Canales. Canales to the foul line. And Gravitt, nice step around, puts it up and in. Nice move there for Devin Gravitt. Gets his first basket. Like little crossover. Here is Parsons crossing midcourt. Leaves it there for Myers. Way outside. Now to Henry. That's Fletcher Henry. And Fletcher wide open, bobbled the ball, puts it up and in.
Nice assist from Jeremy Myers.
6 points. There's going to be a foul on Myers in backcourt. That'll be his first team foul on the Highclimbers. 6:18 to go in the third. 35-12 is the score. Shelton with the lead and Rochester with the ball. Here's Hines getting by the defense. Up it goes to Knutson. Knutson goes to the three-point arc. And he got away with a double dribble there. And he'll hand it off to Hines. Hines works to the foul line. Leaves it out there to Gravitt. Jumper on the way and in. I'm sorry, that's Canales with the 2. And here's Phipps, center of the court with a pass stolen away by Gravitt. Gravitt to the foul line, one-on-one around Myers, missed it short. Rebound goes to Parsons, and here come the Highclimbers. Myers speeds across midcourt to the three-point arc far side. Looks the court over, stops, throws it in the corner to Parsons. Parsons lobs it in. It's poked away by Gravitt over the top of Guard. And that'll be 2 team fouls, 1 team foul. That'll be 2 team fouls on, I guess. Yes, it is 2. And that went on Gravitt. That's his second. Baseline inbounds for the Highclimbers. Inbounds to Fletcher Henry. He missed the first one, got his own rebound, puts it up and in. Give him 8 points. It's 39-14. Here is Canales with the ball. Lays it for Hines. Hines dribbles to the foul line. Runner. Off the glass. No. Rebound goes to Phipps. Braden will bring it up for the Highclimbers. And then just kind of leave it there for Myers, mid-court. 5:10 to go here, third quarter. 39-14 is our score. Myers skips over to the far side, finds Parsons, goes to the hoop, missed the shot. Rebound goes to Hayden for the Rochester. Out it goes to Hines up the far sideline. Spreads out the defense. Does LaShawn, gets a screen at the top, steps back for 3. Missed it. Rebound goes to Myers. Myers pushes it up to Phipps. Phipps goes to the bucket, little finger roll and in. And he has 11 points, does Braden. 41-14 is the score. Bennett Henry at the scorer's table for the Highclimbers. There's a three on the way by, that was Canales. Rebound goes to Henry, and somehow Parsons came away with it. And here's Myers banging bodies, finds guard. Big jump stop in the middle, up and in. Mason Guard with 9 points. And we'll have a timeout by Rochester. It's a full 43-14 is our score. 4:13 to go, third quarter. We'll be right back.
What is gig speed internet? We could bore you with the technical details, or we could tell you that it's marathoning movies on your favorite streaming service with no interruptions, or having the grandkids over and not hearing a single complaint about your Wi-Fi. In other words, it's just what you needed. Switch to gig speed internet from Hood Canal Communications today and get $25 off your first 4 months. Visit hcc.net or call 360-898-2481.
At the U.S. Center for Safe Sport, we see champions everywhere we look. In every sport, on every court, we're building a foundation to ensure all athletes are safe, supported, and strengthened. At the U.S. Center for Safe Sport, ending abuse is not just our job. It's our promise.
Rochester ball coming out of the timeout. Here's an inbounds from the backcourt. Inbound that goes to Turnquist, who checked in the timeout. Almost had the, he did have the ball stolen away by Gott. He's back in there, finds Guard. Guard lob it to Bennett Henry, put it up, miss it. And Turnquist with the rebound. Out to Hines. Hines steps across midcourt. Throw it over near side to Turnquist. He'll fake the three, drive to the side of the paint, find Hines. Hines will drive right down the side of the paint and up and in. Hines with his first basket.
That is, you are correct.
That's kind of
But
surprising.
he's done a lot of other things well.
Yeah, here is Guard in the front court. Finds Phipps trailing over to Gott. Gott going to fake the pass, and then he's going to get it into Guard and try to get a pass over that skips over to Sharky French, who's back in there. And here's Gott down to Guard. Guard up, fakes once off the glass and in. Mason Guard now has 11 points. Near steal in backcourt. Here's Hines. Hines pushes it up the far sideline. Three on the way and off. And that was by Isaac Derrick. Rebound goes to Bennett Henry. Boy. Here's Sharky French between the circles for the Highclimbers. 3 minutes to go. Over it goes to Phipps. Phipps for three. It's off the back of the iron. Rebound tracked down by Turnquist. Almost stolen away there by Guard. He goes out of bounds. Now here comes Carter Garcia for the Highclimbers. First time we'll get to see him play here in the varsity. Number 12.
I was impressed with him in the JV game. He has a nice shot.
Here's a mid-court pass up to Derrick. Derrick the three-point arc. Leave it there for, who is that? That is Canales. Fade away at the baseline, missed it. Sharky French with the rebound. Sharky pushes his pace. He's got big guys in his way. He'll weave around, stop at the elbow, kick it out to the far corner. Here's Gott. Gott fakes the three, steps inside the arc, puts it up, missed it. Guard right there with the rebound up, fakes once off the glass and in. Oh, cleaning up the glass.
Who got the basket?
Mason Guard, Jerry.
Thank you.
2:20 to go. Here goes Canales. Lost the handle out of bounds off the Highclimbers. Nobody could grab that ball. Gravitt will step back onto the court for Rochester, replacing Canales. Baseline inbounds for the Warriors. Bounce it into Turnquist. And he'll leave it there for Derrick. Derrick up top to Turnquist. Three at the top, wildly to the right. Missed it. And here comes Garcia up the far sidelines. Leaves it in the middle. Sharky tried to get a pass down to Guard. He got kicked. That's a dangerous little pass there. Mason Guard's going to get a rest, so coming into the ball game is going to be number 11, Cesar Seveda Soto. Sideline inbounds for the Highclimbers. Gott will trigger it, get it into Sharky French. One hands it back to Gott. Near side, down it goes to Zepeda Soto. Caesar bounces it into Bennett Henry. He'll fade away in the middle of the paint, miss, and then made it.
Nice assist from Caesar.
4 points for Bennett Henry. And here comes Rabbit. On the drive, jump stop at the box, kick it out there. And a 3 on the way and off by Derek. Rebound goes to Turnquist. Turnquist kicks it out to Derek. Derek to the foul line, kick it to the top, and here's Grab It for 3 at the top. No, rebound tapped out. Gott comes up with it. And he'll get it over to Sharkey. Up the sidelines it goes to Zepeda Soto. Caesar double teamed on the baseline, dribbles out of that double team. And that knocked out of bounds. Nope, they can say it went off his hands. Okay.
So that's a 12th turnover for the Highclimbers compared to 20 for Rochester in this game.
1:09 to go, third quarter. 49-16 is our score. Inbounds goes to Turnquist. He'll leave it back there for Gravett. Gravett crosses midcourt on the run. And he palmed the ball, so that'll be a turnover on the Warriors. Highclimbers get the ball back. 1:04 to go now, third quarter. Shelton 49, Rochester 16. Gottel inbounds it in backcourt, sidelines, gets it into Sharkey French. Sharkey calls out the play from backcourt, gets Zepeda Soto. And now over to French. Now quick back to Caesar. Caesar up fakes once, puts it up and in. Nice play for Caesar, Zepeda Soto. And it's 51-16. Here's Hines in backcourt. Gets around the defensive Gott and then has it nearly stolen. Here's Turnquist. Lob it to the baseline, grab it. Grab it had it poked away by Sharkey French. 10 on the shot clock for Hines. Hines is going to dribble, penetrate, and kick it out. Derek for 3. That's in. Isaac Derek hits a 3. He makes it 51-19. 18 seconds to go here in the third. Sharkey gets the ball up the far near sideline to Gott. Can't handle the pass and the turnover. Here's Hines. Hines over to, that's a grab it. Gets it down to Turnquist under the bucket. Misses shot, and there's a foul. I believe it's going to go on Gott. It does, and that'll be Trevor's first. Only third team foul on the Highclimbers. Oh, second team foul. Okay. I'm marking the wrong stuff down there, Jerry.
Yeah, there's not very few fouls in this game except for the one individual in Rochester that has 4.
Yeah, Turnquist just missed the first free throw. The man you're talking about is Emmett Mancuso with number 3. Sitting on the bench over there. And Marshall Turnquist with his second free throw. That one goes in. 51-20 now, and Gott is just going to hold it in back court. Actually, it's Garcia who'll launch a 3. Ooh, hit the back of the iron. We're through 3 quarters, however. Shelton 51, Rochester 20. We'll be back with the fourth quarter on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
When the time comes for the assistance of real estate professionals, look to the team that has been consistently helping people buy and sell real estate for over 40 years in Mason County. Jeff, Andy, Chrissy, Shelby, and Laura from the Conklin team at Windermere Real Estate take great pride in our area and are proud sponsors of our community. If you are interested to know what your property might be worth or want to find just the right spot, scan that QR code and drop us a line. We'd be honored to help.
Well, we head to the fourth quarter of play. Shelton 51, Rochester 20. Just trying to update my score sheet here, Jerry. You have anything to add while I do this real quickly?
Well, one thing Shelton has done is maintain that good shooting percentage from the field. That's good. Also, they've kept the turnovers down fairly well. They've got 13 so far in the game.
All right, the Highclimbers will start the fourth quarter with Garcia, Zepeda Soto, Bennett Henry, Gott, and Sharkey French. French will get the ball across midcourt. I just like saying Sharkey more than French, and there's Gott. To Sharkey, over goes to Garcia. He'll take a 3, missed the shot, rebound tracked down. Nope, they're going to let it go out of bounds. Mancuso back in there for Rochester. So it's Mancuso, Hayden, Knutson, Canales and Hines on the court for the Warriors. And Hines blows by Sharkey. Kick it out here to Mancuso. Mancuso to the side of the paint. Jumper there at the elbow. Missed the shot. Rebound goes to Bennett Henry. He's going to draw the foul. That'll go on Hines, I believe.
It's been interesting to watch Sharkey French playing a lot of point guard tonight.
Oh, yeah. He's the second point guard. That foul by Rochester was actually on Hayden, his second. And here's Sharkey French with the ball. To Garcia, take a three in the corner. That's off. Rebound Bennett. Henry puts it up short on the putback. Hines comes out of the pack with the ball. And he'll get it to Mancuso in backcourt. Swing it up to Canales. Knocked away by Garcia. Canales keeps it, however, and there's going to be a foul on Sharkey French. It's his second. First team foul on the Climbers here in the quarter. Here's an inbounds from the sideline, Mancuso to Hines. Hines on the drive, kick it to the corner. Canales with three. That's short, off the bounce. The rebound goes to Gott. Here's Sharkey French. Like Fletcher Henry at the scorer's table. There's Zepeda Soto with the ball. Baseline draws a double team. Bounce it back to Gott, up top to French. And here's Garcia, nice up fake, step back. Elbow jumper goes in. Carter Garcia with two.
Well, like I mentioned, Garcia has a nice shot.
Here's Mancuso. Gets by Sharkey French, was blocked by Bennett Henry, and now the Canales with a jumper, and that falls off. Bennett used a two-handed block on that.
Yeah.
Here comes Fletcher Henry to replace his older brother. 53-20 is our score. 6:25 to go here in the ball game. Shelton on top with the ball. Trevor Gott gets it into Sharkey French. Back to Gott. Into Sharkey, center of the court on the dribble. One hands it over to Garcia. Steps back and takes a three just off. Rebound controlled by Hayden for Rochester. And here comes Mancuso. He's got Garcia on his hip. And now Hines. Hines to the three-point arc near side. He's going to drive to the foul line, hesitate in the paint, kick it out. Canales to the foul line, and they'll kick it to the corner. Mancuso for three. That's short. And Fletcher Henry had it. And a jump ball called as Hayden tied him up. That stays with the Warriors. Baseline inbounds for Rochester. Hines will trigger the play right of the backboard. Into the corner. And that's, that was Knudsen. Now here is Canales with the ball. Knudsen couldn't handle the pass there, and Sharkey French comes up with it. Pushes it up to Zepeda Soto. Going to back down the defense, draw a double team, kick it out. Fletcher Henry for three. Swish. Fletcher with 11 points. Here's Hines in the front court with the ball for Rochester. 56-20 is our score. Here's Canales trying to spin, poked away by Sharkey French. He comes out of the pack with the ball. He'll push it up, and Sharkey's going to go to the hoop and lay it off the glass. Sharkey with his first points, 58-20. Approaching 5 minutes to go here in the ball game. Here's Hines speeding the other way, loses the handle, steps back, throws it to the top, and Canales finds Mancuso. Mancuso behind the back dribble. Try to reset. Goes in, puts it up, misses it. Foul on the play. I didn't see who the foul was on, Jerry. Did you?
I did not.
It went on Zepeda Soto, his first, second team foul. That'll put Emmett Van Mancuso at the free throw line, where he's 1 for 2 and has 1 point. Gonna mop up some moisture on the court here.
Well, I do believe this is the biggest lead of 38.
Oh, I'm pretty sure, Jerry.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure too.
I mean, the Warriors have yet to score here in the fourth.
No, they haven't.
So I said, it's yet to score. Here's the first free throw, and Mancuso can't get it to roll in. Here comes Gravett back into the ball game. Hines will get a rest, well-deserved rest for LaShawn. He's been running up and down this court like a man out of I don't know what to tell you. Their second free throw goes in. Mancuso gets his second point, and the first point for Rochester in the fourth quarter comes under 5 minutes. Here's Garcia with the ball far side. Going to one-hand it back to Sharkey French between the circles. Over to Gott. They're going to say he picked up the pivot foot.
He was hoping he didn't catch that. It was close.
Sharkey's very sneaky about that.
He
didn't quite get it that time. 4:45 to go in the ball game. 58 for Shelton, 21 for Rochester. Warriors have the ball. Here is Canales. Canales to the three-point arc to the side of the paint. Kick it to the corner. Grab it for three. In. Nice shot for Devin. That's his 5th point of the night. Here's Garcia. I'll hand over to the sidelines and Sharkey French. Had it stolen away by Mancuso. Mancuso the other way for the Warriors. And he loses it to Garcia. Garcia back the other way for the Highclimbers to the three-point arc. Take a three outside. Strain it.
I told you, I think he can light it up.
5 points for Carter Garcia, and it's 61-24. Approaching 4 minutes to go in the ball game. Here's Mancuso with the ball, trying to get by Gott. Going to drive down to the side of the paint, miss a shot. Hayden with the rebound, putback doesn't fall. Got it again, does Hayden. Steps to the foul line, kick it out. Mancuso fakes the three, drives the baseline. Going to step by Garcia, puts it up short, and rebound goes to Fletcher Henry. Here comes Sharkey French. 3:40 to go in the game. 61 over. Near steal by Canales, saved in bounds, however, by Gott. And we have a timeout called by Shelton. 3.5 minutes remain in the ball game. This basketball season, Mason Web TV, powered by HCC and Hood Canal Communications, are partnering to raise funds to help families keep their pantries stocked. For every free throw and three-pointer made during this game, Mason Web TV and Hood Canal Communications will donate funds to an area food bank. Those funds will then be leveraged into bulk purchases at wholesale prices for more nutritious, high-demand items. So far, we have raised $60 for the Saints Pantry in the 2 games we've broadcast, and we're adding to that now, and I don't have a running total here. But
yeah, we've got 6 out of 14 on the foul shot so far, and you're looking at three-pointers, huh?
Yeah, three-pointers as well, all 3. We'll figure it out before the game's done.
Sure, we will.
All right, Highclimbers get inbounds. Out of the timeout here, Sharkey French. Over to Fletcher Henry, back to Sharkey. Sharkey gets it down to Fletcher on the box, draws a crowd, goes to his knees, loses a handle, and Gravett comes up with that ball. Here's Canales in the backcourt. Pushes it up. Knutson drives. Lost the ball. Garcia had it, lost it, and tapping it into backcourt is going to be Derek. And here comes Gravett. Back to Derek, top of the key. 3 on the way. It's off. Rebound. Henry had it and tapped it into the hands of Sharkey French. Up to Zepeda Soto. Caesar toe tapping there. Kept his pivot foot into the ground. Here is Sharkey French. Bounce it over to Cesar Zepeda Soto. And to Gott in the corner for 3. Missed it. Fletcher, nice move on the rebound. They're going to say he traveled. Ooh. I don't see that as a travel, and neither did Sam Krieger. But the referee saw it differently. Xander Miller steps back onto the court for Rochester, as does Marshall Turnquist. It'll be a Rochester ball on the turnover. 2:31 to go in the ball game. 61-24. Here is Canales. Canales hesitates, drives in. Nice move, puts it up and in. Wow. Give him 7 points. And a steal by Turnquist. He'll go to the bucket, lay it up and in. Marshall with his first field goal. He has 3 points tonight. 2:08 to go and counting on the game clock. And a pass up the sidelines knocked out of bounds by the long arms of Clayton Knutson. Highclimbers keep the ball. Dangerous spot there in the scorers table. Gott gets the ball back, crossing midcourt. After the inbounds, they'll get it to Sharkey French. Between the circles, one hands it over to Garcia near corner. Back to Sharkey and over to Gott far side. Now here is Gott in the corner. Takes the 3, steps to his spot, puts it up, missed the shot. Rebound, Fletcher Henry had it, pulls away out of the pack. Reset for the Highclimbers. Here's Sharkey French, 1:40 to go in the ball game. Clock is running. Here's Trevor Gott. skipping along the three-point arc, lob it up top to Sharky French, quick pass down to Fletcher Henry. No look at pass out to Garcia for three. No rebound. It's going to go out of bounds right to the hands of Billy Sylvester on the bench. 1:26 to go in the ball game. Rochester with the ball, trailing 61-28. Here's Gravitt running like a rat. Oh, that was Canales. And he overthrew his intended target of Xander Miller. Gravitt has some speed. There's some speed out there for Rochester.
Yes, there is.
Even with Hines on the bench. Here's Sharky French, another speedster. Throw it over there. It's Garcia, far side. Back up top to French. Sharky. One hands it over to Gott, near side. Down it goes to Zepeda Soto. Caesar drives, draws a triple team, steps out of that triple team. Going to throw it into the corner, far side. Garcia, three in. That is 8 points for Carter Garcia, all in that quarter. 50 seconds to go. Garcia with the steal. Going to go up and take a hard foul. But Carter Garcia back to the free throw line. Let's see how he shoots free throws on the foul.
I'm impressed with Garcia. Very impressed.
That went on Isaac Derrick, his first. Second team foul on Rochester. We have 46.2 seconds remaining in the ball game. Garcia's first free throw goes in, nothing but net. Bench is playing very well tonight for the Highclimbers. Here's the second free throw by Garcia. It goes in as well. Give them 10 points. 65-28 is our score. 46 seconds remaining here. Turnquist to Knutson in backcourt. Knutson brings it across the timeline. Skips over to the far side. Sharky diving for that ball. Down to the baseline it goes to Derrick. Back to Knutson, up top to Canales. Canales drives the foul line down the side of the paint. Tried to do a reverse layup, missed it short. Rebound goes to Zepeda Soto, but it pokes the ball, pokes free. Turnquist came up with it, missed the shot. Now here is Fletcher Henry in backcourt for the Highclimbers. Hook it over there to Sharky French to the three-point arc. Now to Garcia, back to French. 10 seconds to go, and I think Sharky's going to hold on to this ball. Let the time run out. Looks like the final score is going to be 66-28. Highclimbers pick up their first win of the season, knocking off the Rochester Warriors 66-28. We'll be right back. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
Nicotine in vapes can increase feelings of anxiety and depression. Though quitting isn't always easy, it's a great way to care for your mental health. When you're ready to take control of your well-being, choose the Tomorrow Health app. It's free for Washington teens and proven to work. Brought to you by Mason County Public Health and Mason County Substance Abuse Prevention Coalition.
Neighbors help each other. It's how community works, and it's how we do business at Hood Canal Communications. We know you count on us for value-priced internet, TV, and phone service, backed by friendly local support. Your hard-earned dollars stay right here as we invest in our community, our people, and smart technology. Hood Canal Communications, keeping our community connected while being a good neighbor.
This time of year, we get some of our coldest temperatures, and unfortunately, that also means some of our highest electric bills. Beauty 3 is here to help with bill assistance programs and tips on saving energy. The colder it is outside, the harder your system works to warm your home. Keep the warm air inside by sealing air leaks with caulking or weather stripping and covering windows with heavy curtains. Get more energy-saving ideas at pud3.org/tips.
What is fiber internet? We could bore you with the technical details, or we could tell you it's just internet. Internet that can do whatever you need. Crystal clear video chats with the family, smooth streaming of your favorite shows, uploading a ton of vacation photos in an instant. Even all of the above, all at once. Switch to fiber internet from Hood Canal Communications today and get $25 off your first 4 months of gig speed service. Visit hcc.net or call 360-898-2481.
When life gets stressful, reaching for a vape might seem like a quick fix, but vaping can actually make feelings of anxiety and depression worse each time you vape. Nicotine tricks your brain into feeling rewarded, and the more you vape, the more nicotine receptors your brain creates. Over time, your body needs more and more nicotine to feel good, and when you can't get enough, you can experience withdrawal symptoms like anxiety, mood swings, and depression. Learn more at chooseyouwa.org. Brought to you by Mason County Public Health and Mason County Substance Abuse Prevention Coalition.
Well, it's a final here in the Mini Dome. The Shelton Highclimbers knock off the Rochester Warriors 66-28 to pick up their first win of the season. The Highclimbers did it behind the 13 points from Mason Guard, 10 from Carter Garcia. Let's see here, 11 from Braden Phipps, 11 from Fletcher Henry, 9 from Sam Parsons. Let's see here, 4 for Jeremy Myers, 4 for Bennett Henry, 2 points for Sharky French, and 2 points for Cesar Zepeda Soto. Only guy who played that did not score was Trevor Gott. That's interesting. Yeah. 66-28, the final score here. The Highclimbers pick up their first win of the season over the Rochester Warriors, who unfortunately have dropped to 0-3 after their first 2 games. They dropped on the road as well. They are actually don't come home for quite a while. They're still on the road next Monday, playing at Kalama. Highclimbers next up, they hit the road and travel to Hoquiam tomorrow, so they have a quick turnaround on that. Jerry's still doing some scratching.
Just about ready.
Just about ready. Well, we'll remind you we are raising funds for Saints Pantry in this ball game, and I can do a quick rundown of what we have. So there's 3, 4, 5. 5, and that's $8 from Rochester's side. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's 21 on the threes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 on the free throws. So 29. That is $37. We raised
good.
from.
Is that the most, or what's what?
Yeah,
do we
got. Let me get to this. We got 21 from the girls' game on Wednesday and 39 from the boys on Tuesday.
Okay.
So 37 tonight. So that's pretty good. Anyways, Jerry, what you got there?
I'm ready. Good job, Diedrich, tonight. The Rochester Warriors had 28 turnovers. They were 10 for 47 from the field for 21%. They were 3 for 6 from the free throw line for 50%. They had 20 rebounds, 9 assists, and 12 steals. Peter Hayden had 7 rebounds. Hines had, and Gravitt both had 4 steals. Okay, so that's Rochester. Now, for the Highclimbers, they had 21 turnovers, 8 in the second half. They were, this is outstanding, 26 for 53 from the field for 48%.
Mm-hmm.
They were 11, and they had, like I said, 21 turnovers. They were 48% from the field. They led in rebounds with 41 compared to only 20 for Rochester. Guard had 11 rebounds. Also, the Highclimbers had 17 assists. 8 of those were from Meyer. Okay, they also had 16 steals. The leading stealer,
Thief.
the leading thief was Fletcher with 4. Good word there. Thank you.
It's not.
Help me out there.
I don't think that's a good word for it. So.
The other thing, too, tonight, the Highclimbers were a little better on their foul shots. They were 8 for 16 for 50%.
Right.
Okay.
Sure, I don't mean he's not a thief. Well, I guess you could be a thief on the basketball court. Never mind. We're just, never mind.
You did well.
Okay. Next up for the Highclimbers, I mentioned they play tomorrow at Hoquiam. The Warriors stay on the road and play at Kalama on Monday. Our next broadcast is Wednesday night when the Shelton girls host North Mason. Tip-off here on Terry Gregg Court for the girls' basketball version of the Mason County Cup, 7 p.m. Jerry, anything to add?
No, like I said, I was very impressed with Myers as far as the assist. I was very pleased with Guard on his totals. He's, inside presence. His rebounding was very good.
We got to mention he did finish with a double-double.
Okay.
13 points and 11 rebounds. That's a double-double.
That is definitely, we want to recognize that.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. And I was impressed with Hines. I was surprised that he didn't play that much at the end of the game.
Well, he played so much, I think he was just worn out.
Oh, he just did. I was impressed with that young man. And, another person that I was impressed with was Sharky French.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And also you've got to give credit to the three-pointers. We had several individuals for the Highclimbers that lit it up in the second half.
Well, it's not just the second quarters when it started. Sam Parsons hit 3 threes in that quarter.
Okay, there you go.
Braden Phipps had 2, but then you look at Carter Garcia. He had 3 threes in the fourth. Finished with 10 points, all in the fourth quarter.
And I mentioned Carter Garcia is a sophomore, and he has a beautiful shot. I see him playing more and more as the season goes along. He has a very nice shot from outside.
Yeah, when I was talking to Sam Krieger, I asked him, he gave me the starters, and I asked him if number 12 is coming up again. He says, yeah, that'll be pretty much consistent throughout the season. So, yeah. We're going to see a lot of number 12 as the season goes on, I believe. All right.
I agree.
Yeah. Plus, he's playing JV, so yeah. He's going to get some playing time. All right, Jerry, that'll do it for us here in the Mini Dome. My thanks, as always, to Jerry Apple and Daryl White for their help with the broadcast tonight. Final score again, Shelton 66, Rochester 28. We'll talk to you Wednesday. You have been watching High School Sports on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
The preceding presentation on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, has been brought to you by Hood Canal Communications, committed to providing quality services that exceed customer expectations in voice, video, data, and customer service, keeping our community connected since 1934. Mason County Public Health and Human Services Prevention Education Partners Substance Abuse Prevention Coalition. Mason PUD 3, connecting our community with safe, reliable, economical, and sustainable services 24/7. The Conklin team at Windermere Real Estate. When it comes to real estate, nothing compares to local knowledge. Mason County Public Utility District Number 1, Washington State's first public utility district, proudly serving the Hood Canal in Mason County since 1935. The Port of Shelton, promoting possibilities and providing economic benefit to our community. And Mason Health, united community, empowered people, exceptional health.
Thanks for watching Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.